Good evening, everyone. Today is April 13th, 2022. I would like to open the City of Springfield License Commission meeting to order at 5:35 p.m. Our first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for the March 23rd License Commission meeting. Did all commissioners have an opportunity to read the minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions or changes?
No.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the minutes for March 23rd, 2022 License Commission meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, the second item is continued petition. We have,
I'm sorry, Madam Chairperson, before we continue, I see Ms. Proudy's on the phone, and I just wanted to communicate to her that Delicious unfortunately will not be going forward tonight. So it looks like you're in the sun, and I don't know, it looks like maybe Florida or something, but that you can continue to enjoy your evening because Delicia's will not be here this meeting. They will be rescheduled until the next one.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Okay, take care. I'm sorry, Madam Chairperson.
it's okay, thank you for that information. So our next item is a continued petition for a transfer of license and pledge of Ashford Inc., DBA Winchester Liquors at 80 State Street, J. Patel. I believe we were looking for public input.
I thought we were waiting for him to remove himself as the manager of record of the package store in Sturbridge or someplace like that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct. Right, is Mr. Patel in? Anybody for Winchester Liquors?
Package Patel,
No.
it's on the screen.
Yeah, I see him here. Well, I see Patel here, but let me ask him not to mute. Maybe he's muted.
Attorney Days, while you're doing that, is it okay if Officer Simpson and Sergeant Johnson are also released? They're also here on the Delicious matter.
Well, I need him because he tells me when I haven't been recording. So he's got to stay. No, that'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Mr. Patel?
He's unmuted now. Mr. Patel?
Hi, this is Mr. Patel, but I'm not Chirag Patel. I'm his brother. And I think Chirag he should be joining you guys soon. I think he's joined you guys. He says he's out of town, but I think he connected you guys.
Okay, yep, I think he's joining now. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Patel, are you with us? Oh, here he is.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Patel.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Pretty good. Mr. Patel, were you able to, I'm sorry, I have to put my volume up. Were you able to remove yourself from the other, as manager of record for another location?
Well, it's Giant Tobby who has to be removed, correct? He's the manager of record candidate.
Hello, yes. So we come up with the option that I found the new manager.
We're having a very difficult, well, I am having a very difficult time.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, commissioners. This is Matthew Porter. I'm the attorney for the applicant. I was in the waiting room. No one had let me in. So I
Okay,
could
great.
certainly, I probably can explain it better and a little bit
great.
more clearly.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, sure. So before the board, this has actually been before the board twice already. The first time, unfortunately, our previous manager could not make it. The last time around, the board had some concerns that the manager on this store was managing another location. And so thankfully, with us tonight is Jahavarna Irwin. Miss Irwin was a previous manager of this location. She actually worked at this location for nearly 10 years. She had moved over to another business and is now back with the current owner. And Ms. Irwin has agreed to stay on for the new operator as well. So she has 10 years of experience at this location. There was no violations whatsoever. She's a Springfield resident. She's alcohol tip certified. So thankfully we found a great compromise and what we think is a great employee to help run the store.
And her name is Joanna Irwin.
Jahavarna Irwin. Yeah, she's with us tonight. Yeah, I may be butchering that name, and for that I apologize to her. But she's with us tonight as well. Yes.
Where is she? Is she here in this meeting?
Yeah, she certainly should be. Let me just see where the participants are. Obviously, we're all remote. Let's see. She may be on mute. One second.
We see a Sanket Patel and a Takish Patel.
Yeah, so if she is not available at this moment or is having a difficult time logging in, I suppose I would just ask for us to be recalled later in the meeting, because obviously I know that the board wants to ask questions of the manager as well.
Hello,
There we
this
go.
is Johanna.
All right.
I was on mute the whole time.
There we go.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm not not good with this.
Do you have a camera that you can turn on?
Put the video on. Yes, 1 second. He wanted on.
Okay.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you spell your first name for me, please?
It's Jahanara.
Okay, Irwin, right?
Irvin, Ervin.
E-I-N. Irvin. Thank you so much, Ms. Irvin.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience? I know the attorney already, Attorney Porter spoke a little bit about your experience, but can you tell us about your experience?
Yes, I have worked at Winchester for over 10 years. I worked under the first owner, which was Mr. Don Morin. When he sold to Mr. Yogi Patel, I was asked to take over as the manager position due to the fact that I already had the experience of working under Mr. Morin. So then I took over for Yogi. So my job was to meet with the salesman, place orders, make sure everyone stayed tip certified, made sure everyone was carded, every person that walked through the door. I did the scheduling and the hiring and firing, and that was mostly my job.
But you were not the manager of record.
Yes, I was.
You were the manager of record.
At Winchester Liquors, yes.
Oh,
Peter, you sound surprised.
Did
so you've already, I am, yeah. So you have already been.
Did you actually appear on the license as manager of record for Winchester Liquors?
At one point, yes, ma'am. I left in 2017 because of family issues. So that's when I left. But I was on the license. I believe it was from 2003 to 2017.
Okay.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
So you have experience doing this already.
Yes, I have experience with this already.
Great. And you live where, ma'am?
I
live
believe, Peter, that Madam Madam Chairwoman was in the process of asking questions.
Right. So we can go ahead. Where do you live?
At 199 Fernbake Road, Springfield, Mass. 01129.
Okay. How many employees will be selling alcohol?
3.
3. Are they all tip certified?
Yes.
Current?
Yes,
certified, and you have those certifications on file?
yes, inside the office.
Okay, and you are tip certified yourself as well?
Yes, I am.
And
Okay.
we have supplied that to the board as well. I sent that over to Anna, so you guys should have that on record for tip certification.
Okay, great. Now I know that you have the experience as manager of record, but you do realize that anything that happens in the store, whether you are present or not, that you will have to answer to the board for any violations.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay. Any of the commissioners have any other questions?
No.
No? Okay. Attorney Dace, did we receive any public input?
I have not.
Okay.
Is it appropriate to ask a question now?
Yes, who are?
My name's Carol Costa. I live downtown.
Okay.
I'm this is the first time I've heard about this. What is the location, the address exactly?
It is 800 State Street.
Oh, 800. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
It's
way
up
up.
by
Okay.
Commerce.
I thought you I thought you had said 80 State Street, and I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know anything about this. Okay, so it's near Commerce,
Yeah, where you used to be.
where
Well,
the other
Classical used to be
liquor store is now?
In that little plaza, right, next to the school?
There's a liquor store there now.
Yeah.
This
No,
is the
it's-
existing location.
It's the existing
It
liquor store
is,
that's there.
okay, but it would be under new management. Okay, very good. Thank you.
I think I'm a little confused. Is this the one at the Winchester Square Plaza
Yes,
where the
that's right.
McDonald's is at?
Yeah,
yes,
it's
Okay,
right
no,
near
I was further down. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Right.
okay. Okay, Ms. Costa, you know where that is now?
Yes, now I know. Okay, I was confused too. I thought you were talking about near the Popeyes location.
Yeah,
No.
There
that's
was
what I
already
had
a
in
liquor
mind.
store. You're talking farther up. That's fine. Yep.
Correct. Okay. Any other questions?
Attorney Porter, you're gonna have to modify the application. Have you done that?
Everything has already been sent and approved by your office. Yes.
Oh.
Yep, we've already updated everything. I checked in this week and they let me know that everything was perfectly fine.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Okay. Attorney Dace, can you confirm that?
I cannot, I don't see every application that comes through, but if Attorney Porter is representing that, he provided it to Anna, I'm sure that he did.
Yep, and we received confirmation that everything was all set.
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so is there a motion?
Well, I
Any
have a
other
question.
Yes, Peter.
The agenda states the wrong name as the manager candidate that we're approving. Another manager candidate has been substituted at this meeting. Can we go ahead even though the manager of record we're approving is not the person on the agenda?
Yes, I mean, we could do it really under old business with new information. But this
Oh.
is really for the transfer of license and pledge of license.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we make a motion. I make a motion at this time that we approve the transfer of license and pledge for Ashford Inc., DBA Winchester Liquors located at 800 State Street with Mrs. Janara Irvin as the manager of record.
Second,
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay,
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
welcome. You too. Thank you.
Madam Chairperson, for our next petition, we received a call that Kana and Cafe Bar and Restaurant, he had a family emergency and he wouldn't be able to attend.
Okay, so I make a motion that we move the new petition for Kana Cafe for our next meeting,
Yes, and that would be the 27th.
the 27th.
Yeah,
Is there a second?
Second,
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, now we're to informational hearings. Del Rey Taqueria located at 211 Worthington Street, Jacinto Blanco Munoz, event organizer. One-day beer and wine event for Cinco de Mayo celebration, May 5th, 2022, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Anybody here for Del
Neil
Rey?
Phillips with the owner, right here. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so you have a petition for a one-day beer and wine for Cinco de Mayo. Can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is? What are you planning to do on that day?
Yes, we planning to do, we talked with the other restaurant, if we can, we checking right now with the city, if we can close the street, sell beer. Mostly it's gonna be beer because we can sell the hard liquor outside, but it's gonna be a beer. We're gonna have a stand from the Corona. And it's gonna be like two people is gonna be to sell the tickets. And one is gonna be checking ID. We're gonna work with the bracelet for people who's gonna be allowed to drink alcohol outside. And we're gonna have a clear cups for no alcohol drinks. We're gonna have like a sodas. We're gonna have like a Mexican soda. It's gonna be like a plastic bottles. I mean, we're gonna have to try to all the control for the liquor and the beer. Yes, I mean, yeah, beer and wine. Probably we're gonna do some sangria, wine sangria. So we're gonna do like different cups. Let's got the company from the Corona is gonna provide the cups with the logo. So like that, we're gonna use for the wine. And the clear cups for sodas.
Okay, so you said beer only, but you also mentioned wine. So it's beer and wine.
Beer and wine, yes, yes. We're gonna make some sangrias, like red sangria.
Okay, and I heard closing the street. Have you looked into?
We have a meeting. All depend. I mean, for today, if they get approved. I have a tomorrow appointment, 11:30, to go with the city to check for that, for all the security, the cops. They told me it's gonna be like a two-hour shift, 2 cops, and it's gonna be like 11. Like a 2 to 8. So it's gonna be the cops are gonna be secure in the area right there.
Okay, so every two. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We believe other businesses in that area are going to join in. And tomorrow they have this meeting with the building department on Tapley Street, if this is approved tonight.
Okay. Okay. How many?
Well, actually, let me just clarify. You know, this is an informational hearing, right? So,
yes.
The board is not, the commission is not voting on whether or not to approve it, right? It's for their information of what's going to happen. And just to, Madam Chair, if I can, tomorrow there is an events and festival meeting where we're going to review with Mr. Munoz, the physical area, how he's going to cordon it off. DPW will also be there to determine whether or not they're going to approve the street closure. So I believe that's the meeting he's referring to on tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Mr. Blanco, how many employees do you think you're going to have serving?
7, we're gonna have the regular and 3 servers in the bar, and we're gonna have another 2 outside. So one is gonna be, it's gonna be the serving the beer, and another one is gonna help him to check all the IDs, all the bracelet, to gonna have everything. It's gonna be over the 21. So like that, we're gonna be able to sell the beers.
Okay.
Okay, if I could just interject again, I'm sorry. So Mr. Munoz, you know that we're very concerned about young people below the age of 21 getting alcohol, right?
Yes.
So have you spoke to your folks forcefully and repeatedly about not serving and making sure that they get IDs and verify their IDs? All these people are going to be tip certified, right? Where they're verifying IDs.
Yes.
Okay.
Tip certified.
Okay, and you are aware why I mentioned that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, very good.
And to his benefit, he fires anybody who commits that transgression.
Okay.
There's no second chance.
Okay,
That's all I have, Madam
Thank
Chair.
you.
okay. Any other commissioners have a question, suggestions?
Well,
I
who,
don't have a question, but
are we hearing
perhaps-
this again?
I'm sorry, Peter?
Are we hearing this again if we're not approving this tonight? How's that work?
Well,
It's a 1 day.
Right? So,
I'm pretty sure what Peter's asking, are they gonna come back in front of us again, maybe on April 27th?
They can if it's your pleasure.
well, normally, I mean, when we hear these outdoor festivals, we vote, we hear what their plan is, and then we vote to
Vote on
approve or
it.
deny at the meeting.
Okay, so they
Right.
can come back on the 27th.
The email?
so they can come back on the 27th?
Could it be
Yes.
approved tonight? Could it be approved tonight?
My only,
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Andrew.
I was just gonna say, my only concern is there are a number of other steps that haven't been completed yet.
Right.
So if we approve them tonight and they go through the other processes, there might be some problems, some challenges there.
Okay.
Well, we went through that a few years ago, Alicia. Remember when the meetings we had out at Tapley Street, and who's gonna approve what first? I mean, we can't approve the licensed premise if they're not gonna license the premise. And DPW was like, oh no, we're the last step. And I'm like, no, we're the last step. So as Andrew says, yeah, there's closing off the street and there's barricades and I don't know how many departments, police, DPW, fire.
Everyone will be there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know that we can do this, but can we approve pending with conditions? Or would it be best for them to return on the 27th?
You could do either or. I mean, you could approve with conditions that all of their conditions precedent are satisfied. You know, that they go through DPW. I mean, clearly, if they don't get the street closed, this is not happening, right? So, and some of the other stuff, I mean, so you could do that, Madam Chair. You could approve it pending, you know, approval from other appropriate departments, if that satisfies Commissioner Cade.
Yes, absolutely. I would definitely go with that motion.
We
Okay.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll make a motion that we approve the 1-day beer and wine event for Cinco de Mayo for Del Rey Taqueria located at 211 Worthington Street, Jacinto Blanco Munoz, event coordinator from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. With the condition that all other permits are approved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton.
Well, in light of the ABCC report we received this morning on the serving to minors at this location, I am not comfortable approving a license for 1,500 people in attendance at an outdoor festival. So my vote is no.
No, thank you. Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay. Okay, so if all goes well and you do receive all other permits, I believe that you should be okay for the Cinco de Mayo.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, our other one-day beer and wine event is for Mass Mutual located at 1277 Main Street. And this is for the Brew Fest, April 16, 2022, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and who is here from Mass Mutual?
Yes, good evening. It's me, Chris Hayes. I'm the manager on record for the liquor license here on premise for the Mass Mutual Center for Spectra Food Service and Hospitality.
Okay, could you tell us a little bit what is the idea with the Brew Fest?
Sure. This is an event that we actually host every October indoors, and it falls under our license on the concourse. It is a pre-Thunderbirds hockey game. It is a beer sampling with local craft beer vendors. It's an opportunity to showcase some of the beer vendors that sell beer in that we sell in the venue itself. What we do is we offer each guest, each attendee gets 10 tickets to a 2-ounce sample. So there's a max of 10 2-ounce samples per person. They are entitled to sample what they choose, and then when their card is punched, they are done. They enter into the arena and they go to the hockey game. As I said, we've typically done this on the concourse in October, as the weather is usually not amicable. So we're hoping that the weather holds for us and we have a nice afternoon. And I know the Thunderbirds have worked with the city to close down Bruce Landon Way. So the goal is to move this event outdoors for Saturday afternoon.
Okay. How many employees will be selling alcohol?
Nobody will be selling alcohol. The vendors themselves will be sampling, and then we will have a stand set up as well. So once their tickets are expired, if they choose to purchase something that they might have just sampled, they will be able to. So we'll have one stand set up with a maximum of 2 employees.
Okay. Any of the commissioners have any other questions?
So you've already worked with police and DPW to close the street off?
The Springfield Thunderbirds have worked that out, yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you know if it's been approved?
I believe so. I have not heard otherwise. I know there was a call this afternoon. Unfortunately, I got pulled away, but to my knowledge, they are all set.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions from the
We
commissioners?
might want to do another tentative on that, just in case, but as long as we don't have confirmation yet.
Okay. Okay. So, any other questions?
I do. Just a quick question. I just want to make sure this is for this Saturday.
Yes, that's correct.
So, anything else, John?
No, I'm sorry. That's it. And I'm going to have to concur with Peter on this, that we put some stipulations on this because we haven't got anything from the city or anything saying that it's been approved for their part. It's the same thing like the prior.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, there's a game here tonight. I will follow up with the folks that are organizing that as soon as we're done with this call here, and make sure that they're communicating that over to you.
Yeah, so I think we should go with a motion of, what the conditions like we did, almost similar to the prior attendee. So, yes.
Would you like to make that motion, John?
Yes, please, to make a motion to approval pending other approvals from the city that's been granted.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I will have the Thunderbirds communicate immediately of their response from the city.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good night.
you. You all have a nice evening.
Yep.
Sure. Take care.
That is all I have on this agenda. Attorney Days.
The seasonal licenses, did we do that last time?
Okay, see, under new business, we have the seasonal license approval. We have Springfield Lodge of Elks located at 440 rear Tiffany Street.
This is the pavilion, right, behind in the woods.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so do we just make a motion to approve the seasonal license?
Yeah, we, basically, they do this every year, in terms of getting a seasonal license for, Tiffany Street. So yes,
Alicia, do you know who the manager of record is on that?
I don't have it in front of me, Peter. I can get it for you though.
I'm just curious if it's still Buddy Avasi or they've moved on to somebody else.
Okay, I'll check and Anna will let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, I have a question. Is the Springfield Lodge of Elks at 440 rear Tiffany Street and the Clubhouse Cafe LLC located at 617 Dwight Street, is that the same or
No.
are those two different?
Two
They're
different.
different.
Okay,
Yeah, two different things. Uh-huh.
okay,
So the Lodge of Elks is on Tiffany Street. That's the big
Right.
brick building with the elk in front of it. And then they have a separate, they have an annual license there. And then there's a separate seasonal license for the summer for the pavilion in the back. Because they're separated by the parking lot, the ABCC would not allow them to have one license. They had to have two.
okay. Good
Thank
to
you.
know. Thank you,
Yep.
Peter. So I make a motion that we approve the 2022 seasonal license for Springfield Lodge of Elks located at 440 rear Tiffany Street.
Second.
And
Oh, we're gonna do them together or
I,
No, we should do them separately.
they're separate, okay. Is there a
Yes, please.
second?
second?
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. I can't help it but to smile with John. So I make a motion that we approve the 2022 seasonal license for Clubhouse Cafe LLC located at 617 Dwight Road.
No,
there a
this is
second?
this is not the clubhouse. This is not this is Franconia Country Club. And this is not the 19th hole. This is for what they call the beer shack, I believe.
That's
Alicia,
correct.
yes. So if you go by Franconia Country Club, you will see a yellow building called the Beer Shack, which serves alcohol out on the golf course. The license for the clubhouse, the 19th hole, is issued by the town of Long Meadow.
It sits basically in Springfield and Long Meadow
And East Long Meadow,
and East
the
Long
whole
Meadow.
course.
Mhm.
Okay. So does the motion have to read differently or?
No, I
Okay.
just wanted to clarify what exactly we were approving. So I second your
Okay.
motion.
Excuse me, Peter, is that little shed by the 10th hole?
Believe it or not, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay,
two separate
Right.
licenses.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes.
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
That was Peter,
maybe,
I
maybe,
think.
Peter.
Okay.
Alicia, do you know, are we where we are with Veterans Country Club? Is that on a different yearly schedule? Is that why we're not hearing a seasonal for them?
No, I think they're the same, Peter. I'm not sure if, I'm not sure why they're not on yet.
Okay,
but,
those golfers
usually
need their beer, so.
yes, they do. And it's starting to get warm and they're gonna want
With
it.
the nice weather, I was gonna say. Okay, we do, I still had under old business, I know a couple of meetings ago, I asked about Panage. Did you look into that?
No, I don't believe Barry was supposed to look into it. Or did you, Barry? I'm sorry, I don't wanna interrupt.
I did not, no
Okay.
one asked me to look into Potash.
Yep, so Anna has reached out to them a few times, but not successfully. I believe she did talk to Cheryl, and she talked to, is it Mr. Brantley? Not Mr. Brantley. What's his name?
Peter,
Uh,
Peter.
Yes, Peter Brantley.
Mhm.
And they said they were going to come in and provide, but we haven't seen them yet.
Okay.
Who's the current manager of record on there? Is it Evans still? Or somebody else? Do you know?
No, it's not Evans anymore.
Evans, okay.
I believe it's Peter.
It's Peter.
It is Peter, yeah.
Mhm.
It's Peter now? So we're changing it to somebody other than Peter? Is that what we're doing with that?
No, we were going to approve Peter for manager of record, but his tip certification was in question.
Okay.
So in essence, I don't have a final word on that. I know that my ladies have reached out, but haven't been successful in obtaining the tip certification confirmation.
Okay. Okay. So I believe we moved to violations now.
Yes, I think that's correct, Madam
Yeah, I
Chair.
don't have anything else on my agenda on
Well,
that.
kudos to Rosa for keeping that on the front burner there. So we need a manager of record approved there, in case something happens. So we don't want to lose sight of that.
You know, why don't we do this? Why don't we have them come in at our next hearing? Have them come back, and then that way, we know we'll get some information.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, great. Thank you. Violations. We have violations for Aquarius. Did everyone have a chance to read the violations or the report?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any questions on the Aquarius, not violations, sorry. This is the report.
If I'm reading this correctly, there were gunshots across the street at the Goucher entrance ramp to Roosevelt Avenue. Is that correct, Barry?
Yes, not in their parking lot.
Okay, all right. So.
Okay, so I didn't read anything that weren't bringing them here, so I didn't see a violation.
Nope.
Everyone agree? Okay.
Yes.
So I make a motion, we take no action.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Second one is Graham Package Store, which I thought was pretty scary.
It was very scary.
Well, this is the first time we've heard about Graham's. I mean, we don't usually get any complaints about them.
Yeah, that it must have been very scary for this.
We had one very famous violation there, Alicia, if you recall.
I do. I do.
This was very scary, but I think the clerk did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Is refuse service to him and then refuse to allow others to buy for him, which is exactly what she should have done. And thank heavens she didn't get hurt.
Right, right. Okay, so I make a motion to take no action for Graham's Package Store. Okay, Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner
Someone seconded,
Singleton?
I'm sorry.
I did, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Singleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. The other one is Top Shelf. Any questions?
Oh, there were shots fired, but there was the video cameras inside and outside show no disturbances whatsoever. Am I reading that correctly?
Yes.
Barry, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So I make a motion to take no action on Top Shelf. Is there a second? Okay, Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes.
And Commissioner Espinosa, yes. I think that's all for today. Am I correct, Attorney Days?
I don't have anything further, Madam Chairwoman.
Much shorter meeting than I anticipated, not that I'm complaining.
Right. Okay, so I see, I was just gonna say Ms. Acosta and Charlie Knight. I didn't know if they had anything for us or they're just citizens that were participating.
Well, I'm pretty much just a citizen participating, but I do know that the current president of the Armory Quadrangle Civic Association, Betsy Johnson, she reported that she had sent a letter to the License Commission requesting that in the future, if the License Commission would only consider granting licenses, liquor licenses to midnight for restaurants that have just opened, and having the, not considering 2 a.m. until they've shown, good performance at the midnight closing for about 6 months. So I don't know if you've received that, if there's any discussion about that. I don't know if this is an appropriate time for you to discuss that, or if I'm just throwing that out there because I know she wondered if that had been received and if there was any discussion.
I don't recall seeing that
Attorney
general
Gacy.
request.
I don't recall seeing a blanket request. I do know that we forwarded the Canine Cafe restaurant information. And I know that was a request of Ms. Johnson to have it, have the restaurant close at close at midnight until they had been open for 6 months.
Right.
So that was passed on to the commissioners, but there was no general letter that I received.
Oh, okay. My understanding was that she was trying to make that recommendation across the board for new restaurants.
I mean, I believe we can take that into consideration, but just like it was mentioned before, every commissioner has a vote.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that people were aware of that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here today.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, so I will go ahead and make a motion to adjourn at 6:17.
Second.
Do I hear a second? Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes.
All right.
Good night,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
See ya.